It was about 3 weeks ago.
Brian Ng says he's decided to share dashcam video of a terrifying crash he was in with a suspected drunk driver as a lesson to others.
If you watch the video, I mean, perhaps I was like half a second, maybe less than half a second away from getting seriously injured or worse, right?
Ng was driving home from work southbound on Highway 427 on November 14th when a car came out of nowhere and sideswiped him. The driver of the other car then lost control and flipped over, sparks flying as the 2003 Ford Taurus skidded to a rest upside down.
I consider myself extremely lucky. I missed the median maybe by a foot.
Ng managed to avoid losing control and was able to pull over safely on an off-ramp. Unhurt, though his vehicle totaled, Ng says his main concern was for the other driver at first, until about 10 minutes later when he noticed him talking to a police officer.
I did see him get breathalyzer and cuffed afterwards. So I'm making an assumption that he was impaired.
The OPP tells me the 55-year-old Toronto man who was driving the other vehicle was arrested here at the scene and taken to the detachment, where he was charged with over 80, careless driving and driving without a license. If convicted, he faces time in jail.
To me, what really angers me is that, if the situation was different, what does it do to my family, right?
A husband and a father to a 4-year-old girl, Ng feels he cheated death.
I think this Christmas is going to be a little bit more special just because, when I run it through my head, there was a possibility maybe I wasn't here to enjoy that with her, right? So
police say despite having check stops nightly during the holiday period and publishing names of those arrested, people continue to drive impaired. Sunday morning, a 27-year-old man from Maple was arrested for impaired driving and obstructing police after crashing his car on Highway 400 northbound at King Road. He was extricated by paramedics, but escaped with minor injuries.
This shouldn't happen, right? Impaired driving shouldn't happen. I don't know if we're too lenient on drunk drivers.
Brian Ng says he has a fresh perspective on impaired driving.
I think I ran that video at least 100 times.
He hopes others see his story and make the right decision.
But if you do have a drink, why get in behind the wheel, right? Why not just call an Uber or a Lyft and get home safe? There's obviously consequences.
Catherine McDonald, Global News.